What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to another HD review video. Today's a very special episode. I got my first two items from Gaahleri Airbrush. So I have recently partnered up with Gaahleri Airbrush. Super awesome opportunity. They sent me an airbrush. This is the MOBIUS Airbrush. I'm going to unbox it. We're gonna take a look at it in this part one, and then in part two, when I get an updated needle, we'll go ahead and spray this and we'll compare it to my current 0.5 needle airbrushes. I have one 1.5, 1.3, and a former 0.2 that I was using, which happens to be an Iwata. 0.2 is just, it's a little too small to do what I do, which is paint diecast. I like to airbrush my diecast. I paint mainly water-based paints, mainly Createx. I also use my airbrushes for 2K clear, two-part automotive 2K clear. So we'll unbox this on this first part of this this part one episode of checking out the MOBIUS 0.2 millimeter airbrush. Just kind of go over its basic features, get a feel for it, see how it looks, see how it feels, and we'll go from there. And then when we get that 0.5 needle, we'll actually run some paint through that. And then they also were kind enough to send me this Dragon Edition airbrush holder, also made by Gaahleri, of course. Very nice, very weighty, that's for sure. So I'm excited to open this. We'll do this one second after we get the airbrush unboxed. So we'll push that off to the side, kindly, respectively, and we will crack open this MOBIUS airbrush 0.2 mil. Let's check it out. Alrighty, let's get to opening the box. We'll check out the back part first. Very nice packaging, very robust boxing, does not feel cheap. Very, very nice. Let's see if we can get a focus in there. That'd be great. Unique tangent micro air channel nozzle. So this does have a technology infused nozzle to kind of help atomize the paint as you spray it. So I'm very excited to see how that works compared to my current 0.5 airbrush. For superior low pressure atomization and fine line. So a 0.2 will work for a lot of different things, airbrushing t-shirts and very fine detail work. It'll work really great for that. And actually what I might do is I'll probably hold on to the 0.2 needle because a 0.2 needle would be very beneficial for me for spraying wheels, roll cages, interiors, and things of that nature. The 0.5 is what I really need for the exterior, the types of paints that I shoot. A lot of the pearlized paint is very thick, so it's definitely going to require a larger size needle than a 0.2. Trust me, I've tried it. It's not fun, but yeah. Let's see, air valve design for versatile painting techniques, mirror level removal cup for effortless clean. That's one thing that I noticed when checking out the pictures of this thing online. It appears to be a very fine finish, and we'll definitely check that out. Lightweight ergonomic design, and main lever with adjustable tension, and this is a gravity fed airbrush. So the cup will be on top and the paint will siphon through into the pin from the top. So let's get this thing opened. All right. So keep in mind, guys, I will leave links for both of these products in the description below, as well as a reference link that you can use to go straight to this and straight to the Gaahleri website. And I do have a coupon code. I'd appreciate it if you use it, and I'm sure your wallet would appreciate it too. It'll save you 10% off anything in the Gaahleri store. So, and also it'll help keep these reviews going, so please use it. All right. So inside the box, this is very, very cool. I do like this. This gives you the diagram for the airbrush. It shows you all of the pieces, which is very nice. Everything from the air cap to the fluid adjustment knob. Everything is there. Shows you everything that's included. And Gaahleri does have all of these spare parts. If you ever need any replacement parts for their airbrushes, they do have them broken down by the series, so that makes it very, very easy and definitely not time consuming to get the parts that you need if you ever do need anything for these, which is very, very nice. So that's very cool. Definitely impressed with the packaging. I definitely like it for sure. We got a card in here. Dear customer, each Gaahleri airbrush undergoes a series of stringent tests before leaving the factory to ensure that it meets our high standards in all aspects. So this is basically their support email and the general email to the website in case you need to speak to anybody, and also their social media. And next up, here's the quick start guide. So basically it's telling you to affix the quick disconnect, which looks like it's sold separately, but I do have some spares. So I will use one of those that I have, and basically just add the quick connect, add paint, and start airbrushing. Now we'll go over some techniques in case you guys haven't watched any airbrush how-tos. When we go to spray our first bits of paint out of this airbrush, we'll go over some good common practices as far as using the airbrush, trigger technique, and everything to help keep it from gunking up and clogging, and just preserving the life of your airbrush. Quick adjustment. So this apparently does have a quick adjustment knob to control the airflow down below. I typically don't use these. I typically just use it straight off the compressor, but whatever you feel more comfortable with is what you can do. And here it gives you a perfect spraying effect. So too thick, you're going to get that splatter, that splotch. Perfect. It's about what you want. Kind of a sun with an aura effect kind of to it. And then too thin. So too thin, you know, you added too much water to the paint, and too thick, not enough air pressure, and not reduced enough. And going on to the inside, we'll breeze through this so we can actually get to the airbrush and check it out. But basically this is the disassemble order that you want to do. Looks like it would prefer you to remove the needle from the back, it looks like, and then assemble in the respective order. Also lubing techniques and lube points that you need to lubricate this airbrush when you do a deep clean to it. So very nice. So if you never picked up an airbrush in your life, you can pick this one up and it will walk you through all the steps and everything that you need to know. So great job, Gaahleri. All right, time to check out what we get with this thing. So yeah, just initial thoughts on it. Beautiful finish. So looks like we got some spare O-rings here in case we need those. These white ones are probably for the fluid cup themselves. These two black ones probably nozzle cap and the rear body assembly. And here you do get a nice little tube of lube. So that's awesome. Thanks for supplying us with that, Gaahleri. All right, and we'll fish out this filler cap. Very nice finish. Very beautiful indeed. So let's see, looks like it is going to be, it's not going to be a spin top. Some of these spin, some of these just press onto it. So if you care to keep your paint enclosed so you don't splash it all over the place, just press it on like so. Very nice. And the actual airbrush itself has a little cover for the nozzle that came off. But yeah, we don't need that. So yeah, your air adjustment knob, it actually does come with a quick disconnect fitting. Sweet. Very nice. So very, very nice finish. Very good trigger action on this. So let's see here. When I typically spray my airbrush paints, I like to pull the trigger all the way back and then get that adjustment knob right up to the point where it wants to start moving the trigger. There we go. Fluid adjustment knob. Looks like we already have a seal pre-installed in there for the fluid cup, so we can install our cup. Very nice. Good weight to this. Obviously dual trigger, dual action trigger. Push down for air, pull back for paint. But yeah, it feels very, very good in the hands. Good weight. The 0.5 that I'm using right now is actually a Rhino airbrush that I purchased off of Amazon for 25 bucks. It's been working great so far actually, but it is very light. But yeah, this feels very good in the hand. Reminds me of my Iwata for sure. So yeah, very, very nice. Again, this comes with a 0.2 needle. And from what I gathered on the website, they do offer a 0.5. I think they offer a 0.38, a 0.5. And I think 0.5 is as big as it goes for this particular airbrush. But yeah, I will be purchasing the 0.5 so that I can spray my paints for my exterior that I like, because that's what my work requires. So very, very nice, very beautiful airbrush. Let's set this down real quick and let's review the airbrush holder. Alrighty, Gaahleri Airbrush Holder. Let's check this bad boy out and see what this is about. Again, very weighty. Again, it looks like it's going to match the finish of the airbrush perfectly, which is nice. There we go. Alright. Yeah, this thing weighs a ton. This thing could double as a self-defense weapon for sure. So yeah, let's rip this out of the package and see what this is about. Oh, very nice. Yeah, so very, very nice finish. Definitely like the little red anodized piece in there. That piece comes up and off. So very nice. It's got the Gaahleri wording right there. And it does have a nice little rubberized base right here, so it's not going to be flopping around or anything. Or if it's sitting on a work desk that has some vibration, hence a compressor, it's going to be staying right in place very fine. Some pretty cool little dragon artwork right here. So yeah, this is neat. This is very nice. That's going to come really in handy because I'm going to be, I have been using, let's see here. There we go. Yeah. So it's just like that. So yeah, I've been using a holder that actually comes on my compressor. So actually this is a nice little touch to my workstation. And yeah, very, very weighty. It is not going to fall over on a sturdy surface for sure, even with some vibration. So yeah, that's very, very nice. I'm super excited, guys. I'm super excited to run some paint through this. Again, I just need to purchase that bigger needle and get that bigger needle here so I can actually run the paints that I do use in these airbrushes. But again, I'm definitely going to be holding on to that 0.2 needle and exploring getting into some finer work such as wheels, roll cages, and stuff. I think a nozzle that doesn't spray that much paint, I think that'll be really, really good for that. And also maybe some racing stripes, things of that nature. I think this size will actually work pretty good for that, actually. So yeah, so that's going to be our unboxing for the Gaahleri Airbrush Holder and the Gaahleri MOBIUS 0.2 millimeter. Again, the links for these items will be in the description below. Please use that link. Please use the code and get 10% off of these. This is just part one, guys. This is just the unboxing. When we get that 0.5 needle, we're going to be running some paint through this, and I'm excited to show you the results of that. Thank you again for watching another episode of HD Review. Remember, guys, it's about the cars, not the money. We'll see you next time.